Whoa, I hit record a drop, you can't ignore it. I'm transforming now these cars and planes, I'm always boarding. Just out touring down in Charlotte like I play for Hornets. When I'm performing, never boring, now you can't afford it. Champagne Perrier, vintage friends on my face. Looking like I'm from the deep, these no Cartiers. Pockets deep, 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 bro. I can make it in my seat, bro. Do you, I'm doing me, bro. Making noise, use a peep, bro. Whoa, whoa. I press the button and the doors go off like, whoa. That money clip us now, the new now looks like, whoa. Upgrade her diamonds, now her girlfriends are like, whoa, 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 whoa. Neighborhood on the scene, neighborhood on the strip. Neighborhood be the name, neighborhood no crib. Neighborhood that's me, neighborhood that's Nick. Neighborhood do the dance, neighborhood do the dip. Okay, thought I'd never make it like no way. I'm the real deal, no role play. My days off, that's no days. No, I hustle hard, young rose. E be the shooter, that's cold case. Those on the deals, that's brose. Got no pay, yo, no say. Okay, this the news, tell them read it. Been the one since the feet.
Welcome to J is for Justice podcast. If live breaking news and following true crime is your thing, then please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you like what you see in my videos, please consider giving them a thumbs up. Hey guys, welcome to J is for Justice. My name is Jay and I am your host. For fuck's sake. If you are new here, please consider subscribing. And if you like what you see in this video, please give it a thumbs up. Even if you think I'm a total airhead, please give it a thumbs up. All right, thank you guys. I'm putting new merch in the merch store, and that's something about you're on mute. Okay? Because I'm constantly on fucking mute. I'm so sorry. But I thought this was an update. This is from an hour ago. So this is an update. And I thought it was Chief Fry, but the video says that this is Moscow Police Captain Roger Lanier. And thank you guys for bearing with me. It's Monday, okay? And I did say too, I hope you guys are having a fabulous Monday. If you haven't noticed, we are live again at 3. I promise to be unmuted at 3. We're going to read through the arrest affidavit for Tanner Horner, the guy who took, the FedEx driver who took that little girl and killed her. We're going to read through the arrest affidavit for that. So this is, I hope you guys love me. You must love me or you wouldn't be here. Thank you guys. All right, so let's listen to what Roger Lanier has to say. And we're going to just keep this as this update. We're going to keep it short. But I will be back at 3 p.m. to discuss that. Yes, and Shell is going to strangle me herself. All right, here we go, guys. Promise you'll have volume.
Good morning. My name is Roger Lanier. I'm a captain with the Moscow Police Department. I'm in charge of the Operations Division. And today is December 12th, Monday, and I want to give you an update on the King Road homicide investigations, at least the information that we have to this point. Over the weekend, investigators still continued to sort through numerous tips, calls, and online tips in regard to this investigation. There's been a lot of questions about the white car that we've been interested in. We're looking for that car because we believe through our investigation that that car was in the area during the time of the murders, and we also believe that the occupant or occupants may have seen something. They may not know they have seen something. So we specifically want to talk to them, and we want to know who they are and what they might know or might be able to contribute to the investigation. Over the weekend, investigators have sorted through and prioritized numerous tips. Some are tips that came in earlier and we've been working on. Other tips are new and are relevant. It's overwhelming sometimes with the amount of information that comes in on these tip lines. So our analysts have spent hours sorting through and trying to come up with the most relevant tips first for the investigators to follow up on. They have re-interviewed some of the folks we've interviewed earlier in this investigation to clarify information. Sometimes when new information comes forward, the people that we've spoken to beforehand may have new insight on that. So it does often seem like we're backtracking, but we're really just trying to get the most important details and the best timeline that we can come up with. We have literally an army of analysts who have been sorting through videos that have been submitted through the FBI.gov Moscow upload site. Those videos are from all over town, gas stations, and specifically the area around King Road. We've been trying to use those videos to garner new information. As you can imagine, there's hours and hours and hours of videos, so it does take a lot of time. I want to talk a minute about safety. There's been a lot of speculation about what is the safety to the public right now, or the risk to the public right now. I would just like to add that we should always be vigilant. Certainly we should be vigilant now, but we should make that a way of life for us. We should always be walking with our head up, sticking to lighted paths, and walking in groups if we can. And in addition, letting people know when you've arrived home if you have not made prior arrangements. This is not an indication of a specific elevated risk, but something that we should be vigilant with just in our daily lives. I want to let everybody know that we are still 100% committed to solving this crime. There's a lot of information to sort through, and the information keeps coming in. And not all of the information is relevant, but you don't know if a tip is valid until you take the time to examine that tip and see how it relates to other information that you might have. We have teams in Moscow, Salt Lake City, and in Virginia, as well as other locations across the country. And we're prepared to do interviews and follow up on information at any point, anywhere. The ISP and FBI investigators, along with the Moscow Police Department investigators, includes dozens of analysts, tip line operators, and others, and they're working around the clock, 7 days a week, to sort through the volumes of information. MPD has detectives, support personnel, and a communications team to try to keep everything together, but it is still a daunting task. The FBI, their investigators are ready at a moment's notice at any place in the country to go conduct an interview should the tips and leads take us there. And the Idaho State Police has, besides working on the investigation, had several uniformed troopers in the area to help with safety concerns around the city and on the University of Idaho campus. And just a quick reminder, please stick to official news releases for information. Tracking down rumors and quelling rumors about specific individuals or specific events that may or may not have happened is a huge distraction for investigators, and oftentimes is the result of social media propagation, and it is very, very frustrating to investigators and hard to stay on track. Finally, I just want to add that we do have a lot of information, and we are specifically keeping that information safe. We're not releasing specific details because we do not want to compromise this investigation. It's what we must do. We owe that to the families, and we owe that to the victims. We want more than just an arrest. We want a conviction. We owe that justice to Xana, Kaylee, Madison, and Ethan. And finally, I would just like to remind anybody with information, You can call the tip line at 208-883-7180, and that is directly to the tip line office in the FBI. There's been some frustration about having to wade through the tip line, but remember, this is not the only investigation in the country, so please be patient. We want that information. Anything could break this open for us. And then also the email tip line is tipline@ci.moscow.id.us. Thank you for your continued patience in this investigation.
Okay, and that concludes the update for 12/12 of 2022. Nothing new, but reiterating, only get their information from them, that any tips matter, and I guess there's frustration with the FBI tip line. So I think that the reason why we're all just like side-eyeing everyone that we see even talk about this case, and I've done it too, because it's so scary and it's so unknown. It's like the fear of the unknown, that something like this could possibly happen. FAA Fuki Mama, I think they're not doing that because it was, quote, off campus. Remember? They kept calling it an off-campus incident. I don't know if there's going to be a presser later. I think this is your update. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But this is what, I don't know why they would do another one if this is all they have, is reiterating. I think even if they did have substantial evidence, they're going to pretend like they don't. And they're going to still ask for tips. So I don't think them saying that they need tips is saying they don't have anything. I think either way, they're going to say that, because how stupid would they look if they said, we don't have shit? I just think they're still going to say. And maybe they are. Maybe they are, HJ. I don't know. That's not something I've looked into. But I'm gonna end this update here, and we are streaming the trial of Dean Aaron on the other, or Aaron Dean on the other channel, on the Courtroom Blues, and he's taken the stand. They're on lunch right now. They'll be back in 15. So it's pretty interesting, him taking the stand in his own defense, and he's messing it up bad, really bad. So I'm gonna end this. We're gonna go back over there. I'll see you guys at 3 p.m. for the read-through of the affidavit for Tanner Horner. Dance it out.
I don't give a damn. I don't really care about you and your problems. I don't give a damn.
Our Farrell system
Talk way too much.
can analyze a crime scene and save hours and hours of man hours.
I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn.
No case is perfect.
Who knows?
You wanna be with me. You wanna feel. Look at all these rumors surrounding me every day. Plans to get to friends, but don't wanna face the fact. And I ain't got time for that. Staying up late, sleeping all day, dreaming about Cadillacs. Buying new shoes, hanging by the pool, sipping on Coke and Jack. Calling my phone when you feel alone, but I'll never call you back.
Swap your